Yeah. Hello. I'm like off center of the frame. Sorry guys, let me just do a little adjustment. I hope that us doing these live streams are okay and not putting up videos just because Will was off work today and we could have gotten the video uploaded. It's just a lot's happened and I feel like I need to talk about it. Because it was a lot the last few days and I feel like it just get it off my chest a little bit, kind of like absorb it, and I don't have a lot of people to talk to, and I have you guys. Because it's been a lot, and I would, if my mom was still around, I would have talked to her about this till I was blue, but that's just not, it's not what, what's going on. So I just wanted to just pop on here and tell you what's been going on. Hello. Hi. Yeah, so I just wanted to give it another minute or two before get more people, because it's a rather, I don't know, it's not a long story. It's been going on for the last few days. This hair is bugging the crud out of me. Oh well, I've had a day. It's been going on the last few days, and I'm kind of just, it's been a lot. It's been just so much emotion, and I'm just, yeah. But yeah, so I want to wait just a few more minutes, and then we'll talk about everything. I hope everyone's day was good. Today would have been a great day, normal day, but it was just a lot. Like it's been a lot. Like I knew when I went to bed last night. See, this hair is driving me insane. Oh my god, just go to bed. My hair needs just one little piece needs to just stop. Sorry guys. This day would have been a really good day, like a normal day. And it wasn't like an awful day because we got really good news, but it was so stressful, and I knew last night when I went to bed it was going to be a lot. So yeah, okay, let me just get into the story because I have a good amount of people here. Hi, hello everybody. Yeah, I just want to tell you about my last few days and what's been going on. So I would say about 3 or 4 days ago, Griffin has slowly really started to show signs that he's been choking at every single meal, and I'm talking like every meal. And I know I don't show a lot of this in the footage because I think it's just it's TMI, it's kind of gross, but like he has always struggled with food in his mouth. He's always struggled with swallowing. Never to this level, like ever. Like when he was a newborn baby, like maybe, like when he was losing all the liquid, when he wasn't drinking before we got the tongue tie surgery, before we got the sugar in the formula. Like if you don't know that story, go back and watch videos. There's so much on that. But he at every meal has been choking. I think I've Heimlicked him twice, and I've actually had to like physically in the mouth whap the food out, like, and he's like this, like turning colors, like so scary. Like I can't even like tell you, it has scared the living daylights out of me. And I've been telling Will, and I've been saying something's wrong with Griffin. This is not normal. This is crazy. And sorry, let me back it up a little bit. About a month ago, I noticed him choking a little more. He actually choked on a banana about a month ago, and I talked to his speech therapist about it, and she was working on getting a swallow study. Like, I don't even know how that works, but they do something with swallowing, and they figure it out, what's good and what's not good for kids with that swallow things. I don't know. I will learn. I'll let you guys know what that's all about. So she's been knowing that Griffin's been having choking issues, and about every couple days, a month ago, he's been choking, but nothing to the effect of like where I've had to like where he was not breathing, or there was aspirating or whatever. So slowly it's been going on. So the last 3 days, it has gotten intense. Every meal he's choking. Every meal he's not eating enough, as like for a growing person. He's not drinking enough. And so yesterday I said to Will, something's really wrong. Like, I don't know what's going on. He looks weird. He's acting weird. He's been crying, very upset. Like I can't even understand what's going on. Like he's like reaching for things, like attacking his siblings. Like just Griffin is not his normal, I mean, he's a tough kid, but this was like a different level. And so last night at dinner, we were feeding him, and we just did a peanut butter sandwich, and he's eaten these so many times, and we cut them up into little squares, and he choked, like not good, scared the crud out of me. And so we saved him, and I said, I'm calling the doctor, like, I'm not doing this, something's wrong. And so I call his pediatrician. They said, one, if it's still food stuck in his airway, take him to ER. If not, we can see him right now. And so they said, can you be here in 15 minutes? I said, yes, I'm coming right now to the doctor's. I'm flying. Get my shoes on, get his shoes on. We get to the doctor's office, and we go through everything. Like, what's changed, feeding's changed, is there things an allergy? We talk about his eczema. We go through like the gambit, the list. And then they go, okay, so we're going to do a strep test, and we're going to do x-rays, because we don't know if anything's stuck. Maybe he had a toy stuck. Maybe there was something going on. And so we did both of those came back. Strep test came back negative, and the x-rays came back normal. Everything was normal. And so my computer just popped on, so I got more light. I should have put that on earlier. Look at that. So she said to call his ENT doctor the next morning, the ears, nose, and throat doctor. And so in the morning. So, and I told Will he's got to call out. He can't go to work, because I know we are going to another doctor's appointment. I don't know if we're going to the ER, because at this point we're on 3 days. He's barely eating, barely drinking. He, what was it? He went 15 hours without a wet diaper, which is insane. They were really worried about that, but luckily, me being a mom, Will being a dad, constantly putting water, constantly trying to get him to drink. And so he went to the bathroom this morning. We just took a sigh of relief, because I felt like if he wasn't gonna pee, they were gonna admit him. And I was like, you know, hospitals, I'm grateful for them, but being admitted to a hospital is, one, it's scary. You don't know what's going to happen. And two, it's awful. Like, especially with a child with a disability that doesn't understand what's going on. Oh my gosh, no. Like, if we can avoid it, we're going to avoid it. So I felt a sigh of relief with that. And then, so this morning, we all get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock here, and I get breakfast going. And so, hi, Lonnie. We try all sorts of different food. We try applesauce, and he was choking on applesauce too the day before. He was choking on noodles, choking on, French fries, and all of his typical favorite foods. And I was like, what is going on? Like, this is awful, and he's not eating. And so, and like, he really wasn't eating. Like, this was, I think, yeah, so let me finish the story. So yeah, last night, I'm sorry, I'm a little all over the place. Last night, after I came home from the doctor's office, we got half a banana in him, barely, and like 3 goldfish. And that was his dinner. And like, that was like his main meal yesterday. Like, that's like how much food we were getting in him. And that's not, Griffin's my eater. He loves to eat. So I'm like, what? So, we wake up at 6. He's freaking out. He wants to eat. I try applesauce, chokes on that a little bit, and then just a little bit. And then he wants his normal breakfast, which we always, usually it's like a muffin or an Eggo, like, you know, something super easy, because it's a school day. And he wasn't going to go to school anyway today, because we knew. So I get his little muffins, and I cut them into 4s. And I'm not kidding you. He chokes. And I'm like I freak. Like, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, he's gonna die. Like, oh my God. And so I call ENT, like the on-call people. They say, okay, nothing to do, he's not aspirating, so just call at 8 a.m. and we'll see you as soon as we can. So I call at 8 a.m. and I'm like freaking out, like I'm crying. I'm like, this kid is choking. Something's really wrong. And they said they can get us in at 2 o'clock. And they said, just try to keep liquids in him. Don't try to force him to eat. So we really didn't. But we did get a couple more goldfish, a little bit of popcorn. We find crunchier food was working for him, not like anything soft, like breaded. Couldn't do it. It would just float in his mouth, just stuck. He could not swallow it. So we got a couple things in him, and we kept trying liquid. He literally had liquid today, like maybe 6 ounces of liquid today. Like and that's like not enough liquid for a person, and especially for what he usually drinks. Like he usually drinks probably 3-4 sippy cups of water a day. And he doesn't like milk. He doesn't like juice. He just doesn't like it. So, where was I? So they said they're going to come see, they want us to come in. So we get in, I tell the nurses and doctors everything, and I'm like, and I went on the Angelman community page and I asked a bunch of people, like, has this happened before? Some people said tonsils. Some people said that this happened with their kids and they had tonsils. Some people said there was like a vein in their esophagus, or they had small esophaguses, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is gonna be huge. This is not gonna be okay. I'm like freaking out. And so the doctor comes in, does all the checks, and then goes to his tonsils, and she goes, like when she looks in his mouth, like gasps, like, oh my god. And I'm like, what? Because I have to hold Griffin. He's in my lap because, I mean, Griffin just does not understand, you know, so I have to hold him. She goes, his tonsils are humongous. I'm surprised he got any food in. Like, so fast forward, I get home, I look, 'cause I'm just dying to know what this looks like. I'm not kidding you. That is as much is opening between his tonsils and his airway and food. And she said to me, if he had like so she goes, well, first thing, they're not infected. She asked me if he was sick. I said he had a runny nose like a week ago, like nothing, no fever, no cough, like nothing crazy. And so she goes, well, then they don't look infected, because if they were infected, he probably wouldn't be breathing. Like, I'm like, because they said they're pink, there's no white on it, and so she said that was good. So she first says, I'm guessing he's gonna need surgery. I have to talk to one of the surgeons. And I was like, okay, like I'm like prepping myself, we're going to the hospital tonight, they're gonna do this, blah, blah. And she goes, well, protocol is we have to try medicine first. For insurances, for our practice, we have to do medicine first. So he is on a very high dose of steroids for the next 3 days, and he's on amoxicillin for the next 10 days. So we have to hope and pray that they go down. And for me, one, it's just because of food. And they just said, push liquids, push liquids, push liquids. Don't worry about food. And so I'm really not. Like tonight, we had spaghetti, and I cut the seashell noodles up into 4s, and I just gave him little bits at a time, because now I know how big the hole is, what his mouth can handle. And the problem with Griffin, though, he's an overstuffer. Like when he's well, like he loves to just like put it all in his mouth and just eat. And he can't do that. Like that's when he chokes. Like that's when he really chokes, when it's like super scary. So I was doing that. So he got some food in tonight. I felt good. And we got about, got a couple ounces of water in, so roughly 6 ounces of water, like I said. But it was so scary. Like I don't ever wish that on any parent, to watch your child choke and not breathe, and you're going through, okay, I'm like, because like I've done some video watching and like how to like help children that are choking, and like you're not supposed to stick your fingers in their mouth because it could push it down, but Griffin's, it's all stuck like right on the very top, so it worked out. But it was so scary. I did it like 7 times in like the last 3 days, like save his life. Like one time he threw up. It was so much. It was so stuck like up here. I vlogged all of today too, so you'll see that in a few weeks, or a week or two, whenever this video comes up. I don't know. You'll see. I try not to show too much of the chewing, because it's not attractive, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's kind of gross. But overall, I would say the news of getting the tonsil news is the best news we could have gotten. I was really worried it was going to be something really bad, like he was going to need like a GI tube, like he wasn't going to be able to eat anymore, because I know a couple of Angelman parents told me about that's happened to them as their children got older, and I was like I'm not prepared mentally to do a GI tube. I mean, oh my gosh, like I could do it, but I wouldn't want to do it. So and he loves to eat, so it'd be so sad, and he gets to see everyone eat all the time, like, oh my gosh. So the plan is, the doctor said, if in the next, they said they need 24 to 48 hours for the medicine to work, and then if it's not working, then we have to bring him back in. And I'm guessing surgery, or maybe they change medicine. I don't know. But I know that his tonsils were already large when he went to ENT for before the salivary gland injections. So I'm guessing eventually, if this happens again, which I don't want to happen again, he'll need to get them removed. I'm just afraid of what she said. If he got an infection, it would just close up, and then he wouldn't be breathing. And then what? Like, can they intubate? You know what I mean? Like, if there was a, you know what I mean? If there's a problem, like, how do you do CPR if it's all shut? Like, so, like, that's the kind of thing that frustrates me. Like, when she says something like that, I'm like, should we just take them out? Like, if they can get that big ever, like, shouldn't they just come out? But I know that there's protocols. I know. I care about my son, and I want him to live, and I don't want him to suffer. But, so I'm going to keep a close eye on it. And even if they're still large, I'm still going to call and say, they're still really large. What do you think? Like, this is his forever. He can't tell me he can't swallow properly. He can't say, Mom, my tonsils are bugging me. He can't do that. I am his advocate. My husband is. So I'm going to have to be like, I might have to get a little bit like we should do something a little bit more. Like, I don't want to give him surgery. Like, I don't want to do that, but I don't want him to die. I don't want him to choke. I don't want him to stop breathing. So I have to do something, you know? So I think that's something I will talk about if they're still really large. Like, if I'm seeing not a dramatic, like, if they're not come down a lot, because I'm not kidding you. Like, that's his airway right now. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's all he's got, guys. Like, you get a full mouth, like, normally. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful. It's awful. So I've had an emotional few days. It's not been great. Like, like, the day before, we really started working on this. Like, Griffin was having terrible outbursts with biting and fighting with his brother and tackling people and crying. Like, he was just crying all the time, and I could not figure out what was going on. And I knew the choking thing was happening, but I kept saying, well, we're going to do a swallow study. Like, it's just the texture. Like, this is part of Angelman syndrome. And then, you know, I figured out that it was bigger than that. But he looked weird too. Like, you'll see in the vlog before this whole today that I was saying, like, he's not acting himself. Something's wrong. Like, gosh, you know, mom, there's a mom thing that you get when you have your kids. Like, you just know your kids. You know, it's weird. Like, it's an instinct. Yeah. So that's why I did this video tonight. I just wanted to share the story because it was so much. It was so much. And I'm just grateful we live here. We could get in. In New York, we would have been in the ER. Like, we would have been in the ER. There's no way we would have gotten into ENT the same day. Like, ever. And I love New York. I love the people, but just no way. Like, here, I don't know. It's so easy, and I hope it always stays this easy because it's just so nice, and everyone was so understanding and so kind, and so just, they're just really great. Like, I can't talk enough about the people here and the doctors here and how great they are. And they really, you know, I've had a lot of bad experiences with doctors, and I'm just it's so nice to have a good experience, if you know what I mean. I'm just hoping that if the tonsils are still really big, that they will hopefully listen to my plea and the fear in my voice that, you know, this has probably been going on for a month, and it's just slowly gotten worse. So, yeah, it was a lot, and I feel something happens to a woman or mom when something traumatic happens to your kid. I don't know, maybe I would assume all moms, but being a special needs mom on top of it, it takes something from you. Like, I feel like I know I'm talking, I'm hyper a little bit, but like, something was taken from me today. Like, and it was a little part of my heart, my soul, whatever. I know it's gonna come back. Like, it has to get rebuilt almost. But like, these are where I do girl days with Stephanie now and get her nails done. That kind of rebuilds me a little bit, because when you have traumatic days like this, it takes a few days to come back from it. Like I'm frazzled, I'm fried. Like I've been looking forward to tonight since 8 o'clock this morning because I knew what was going to happen. I knew that it was going to be a long day, and so I just have to recover. And I think this is from, I think all moms feel this to some degree. Maybe not even, I don't even think special needs mom. I think all moms do, because it's when something happens to your kid, it's like something happens to you. And, you know, and when you're the mom, you have to take care of it. You have to figure it out. You have to be their voice, especially with a nonverbal kid. It's like, it's just so much. And this month has been, like, we have so many appointments this month, guys. I can't even tell you. Oh my gosh. We have, like, so we got in, Sawyer has an EEG because he has been doing some staring spells, and we're just trying to make sure. I don't think it's seizures, but we're going to double check, you know what I mean? We have an MRI scheduled for the end of the month for Sawyer, which I'm so excited about, to see if there's any brain injury from his birth. So that is amazing. I have dentist appointments for the kids. I have a doctor's appointment. There's just, I know there's something else. I can't remember. We have an IEP meeting coming up. I'm living it, guys, if you know what I mean. Like, it's intense. But again, like, I'm grateful for these appointments. I'm grateful that we have them, because in New York we got nothing. Like, nothing. So it's just, it's so nice. It is really, really good. I'm trying to think what anything else has gone on that's worth noting. We've had amazing weather, like amazing, like 60-degree plus weather in March. Like, yeah. So it's been so nice to have the sunshine. Like, I haven't had to wear a jacket. Like, it's so great. There's a house update. We think that we might have, the buyers might have their mortgage agreement. And this is the only reason why our realtor texted me and said that the bank that they're banking with has asked for, what was it? An appraisal, I think? Something. And she said that usually means that they got their loan. And she said as soon as they get their loan, then it goes to the lawyers, and then the house will be sold. But it's still probably going to be another 3 or 4 weeks. But that's some good news. Like, this house stuff. I'm so done. I'm so done. Like, ooh, I'm so done. But yeah. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. Will had to call out today, which was a bummer, which he hates doing that, but I think it's normal. But he had to be home. We didn't know if we were going to the hospital, if we were going to, going into a doctor's office. So it was crazy. It was cool. My doctor's office actually was calling me, like his pediatrician, like I was talking to a speech therapist, his OT, like it was like a little team. Like it was so nice. Like in New York, when bad things would happen, like I would feel very alone, you know, like it would feel like I had to do everything by myself. Like, these people were all like texting me and like, what's going on? Like, please keep me updated. Like, it was just, I don't know. I can't say it enough. Like, if you're thinking about moving here because your kids need help, like, do it. Like, do it. It's just so, I can't. Like, best thing we've ever done, even though it was so hard. It was so hard. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's it for my update. I mean, it's a lot, but it's if I have to look at it, it was a good day. Like, because we got good news where we can actually treat this. So I'm very happy. Yeah. And hopefully, Lonnie, you're here. Will's hoping to do mini golf maybe this week on Sunday. I don't know what you think about that, but he's hoping. He's like, it's my turn. It's my, he's like, ladies, you had your turn. You got your nails done last week. I need my mini golf. So we'll have to see if our schedules will work out. But I know he's like, the weather's good. We got to do this. Yeah. But yeah, and tonight Will's going to pick up Olive Garden. He's where he's at right now. And I'm excited to eat. I've not eaten much today, and I'm starving. Mom life. Oh, you all are so sweet. Like all you, like all the prayers. Like I went on Instagram, like I could feel the prayers like around Griffin. Like I needed prayers. I needed Griffin to have more because I totally believe in the power of prayer. That it really helped, and we got the answer we wanted. We just gotta pray that the medicine works or that they do the surgery. I don't even know what I want, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Oh my gosh. I know Stephanie sent me a screenshot of one of our like followers that wants us to do like a talk show together. Like we should do that. It'd be fun to do like a little like video together of us just chit-chatting about life or about like being a special needs mom or something. It'd be really fun to do like a little collab like that. I think it'd be so much fun. Because I love talking. I'm a talker, and that's what's the hardest thing about like a podcast, just like a podcast. Yeah. Be the special needs mom podcast or something. I don't know, or something. It'd be cool because I think we would have such. I don't know. We have a lot of things to share that could help. My computer's turned off. Light. I need my light. I think we have a lot of things to share that people could relate to, or a musical podcast. Does Stephanie know musicals? She doesn't know musicals. Remember, Lonnie? You might have to be there. Because I'm a huge musical freak. I live for it. But it'd be cool like to do something, even if it's not a podcast, just like a stream or just a video, sit-down video, me and her just comparing, like she's more of a veteran, like she's been around the special needs more than I have. I'm kind of newer to this. Something like that. I don't even know. We're just talking to talk, you know, just talking because we talk pretty good. So 'cause I'm a good talker, I think. It'd be cool. It would be really, really cool. So maybe we'll have to get that in the books in the next weeks or so, months. I don't know. Her schedule's crazy. My schedule's crazy. So but we'll figure something out. I think you all would really like it, and I would like it because I just like hanging out with her and hanging out, you know, girl time. Because the one thing about, you know, I get lonely being a mom of little ones. You know, they can't really talk really well, and now my big kids are in school. I don't get a lot of people to talk to, and then people I do get to talk to are Griffin's therapists, and it's all about their therapy. So I get a little lonely, and I definitely miss talking like to my mom and stuff on the phone, just shoot, you know, whatever breeze, like just talking. That's why I love doing this, and I'm glad I did this because I already feel myself feeling better. I think if I didn't do this, I would have been a little depressed tomorrow. Like, not like the why me, but like, I don't know if I can handle this. Like, I feel like this is too much. Like, I don't know how to do this. Like, and that's kind of like my pattern when something traumatic happens. I kind of sink in and feel really sad if I don't have someone to talk to. Like, and I have Will, but he's a guy. If you know what I mean. I love Will, but it's different with a girl, you know. It's something, you know, he's a great listener, but I like the kind of banter, if you know what I mean. A little bit of her side, a little bit of my side kind of thing. So I'm grateful I did this, and I think I might do this more often if I have a bad day, because I feel better. And I know you all are like so awesome and so caring, and I get so many amazing messages from all you guys saying like that you're here for me and you pray for me and that you love my children, and you think I'm doing great. Even though, like, I don't know, like, I just try. Like, a lot of people ask me, how do I do it? And I just flip and do it, and I try. I think trying is the key. Like, I know I'm not going to be perfect, and I know I'm going to make huge mistakes, but I'm trying, and I think my kids see that. But, like, today I was crying. Like, I dropped the kids off from school, and I really felt bad for Harrison and Wayne because we had a really rough morning, and I was really upset, and I was stressed out, and I was crying, and I just, you know, I was worried about Griffin, and then I felt like I wasn't giving enough to my other kids, and I felt like I was, like, they're missing out because I'm a mess because of Griffin, and, you know, there's this whole mom guilt back and forth, like, I'm not enough, and how do I balance this? And, you know, I remember my mom used to say, as long as you love them and you show them that you love them and that you're there for them when you can be, it's enough. And I tell myself that all the time because I constantly feel like I'm not there enough because I'm just stretched so thin. But I'm hoping soon things will get a little easier for me. I think I see the light, maybe by end of April, maybe beginning of May. There might be some light where I can start not having to work so much, maybe hiring help or something. I think that things might start looking a little bit better. I'm pleased, dear God. It's just, yeah, I think it's gonna get better. I have a feeling. I mean, days are hard. Like I was thinking, it's so funny. It's my thoughts in my head. Like when I went out with Stephanie on Sunday, I had so much fun. It was like beginning to end, like the best. And I'm like, I never want it to end. Like I'm like, maybe I'll never have like a really bad day again. Like I don't know why I think these things. And then every day got worse and worse and worse. And because I had so many bad days when my mom was dying, like so many awful, awful days. And when I have like really good days, like with Stephanie, or like when the kids are acting really good or things are going well, I'm always like, what's happening? Like it doesn't feel like it's real. Like I feel like someone's gonna rip it out from under me. And then I'm like, maybe this will just last. You know, and it's ridiculous. Like I don't even know why I'm even saying this out loud. I feel like I'm a weirdo. But I think I'm just so thrilled to have those good days. It's just been so long. It's just been so long. And like I feel like I'm getting more good days than bad days. And it's just so nice. It's just so nice. And yeah, I had a really bad day yesterday and today. They were not great days. But I can see how I can look at it differently. Like we got news that we can handle. And I go, okay, thank you, God. Like I can do this. But before, like my mom passed, it really felt like my world was collapsing. Like I was, it was the worst, 100%. Like never, ever, like I never want to live that again. Like I still, like I tell people, like I tell people, like I think about like how every person is most likely going to feel the way I feel or has felt the way I felt about, you know, losing somebody. And that's just traumatic. Like, and I look at people when they're driving in their car and I go, man, I wonder what their story is, you know? And I'm way more compassionate with people if they're rude to me or something's gone wrong, or just nice to everybody. Cause like, God, if they've gone through half of what I've gone through in life, then like they deserve a hug, you know? Cause life is, gosh, it's so hard. But it's just been so nice to have these good days. I'm really trying to hold on to them, and I'm trying to look at the bad days in a more positive light. But I'm hoping it stays, you know. I ebb and flows. I know last month I had a really low moment. I can't remember what happened, but I remember just been like, God, look, not again. Like, and just feeling really low. But I don't know if that's normal either, you know. It's hard. So I'm just hanging on to those good days and trying to be thankful for them, because I felt like I had so many really bad days for so long, and to have good days is just, it feels so good. It just feels really, really good. I can't believe all you stayed around so much. I hope maybe I'm a good storyteller. I don't know. I'm just, yeah. You guys have been so, so sweet, and I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. Our little community, our little family. I'm just so grateful for you. I know a lot of you have been around for a long time, and I'm just so blessed that you're in our lives. So yeah, I think Will's gonna be home soon with my Olive Garden, and this mama is starving. So I'm gonna go eat, and the next video is Lindy's birthday, and it was such a fun video. She's 2 now, guys. Like, I can't handle it. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and a bunch of other great videos are coming up too, and all the drama that happened today was all documented. You'll see that. But yeah, sing. Ah! I don't wake the babies up. But yeah, okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. I can't turn it off. I got it.